What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is Ready to Love, Season 7, Episode 8. So, this is the episode that I hate. This is the Meet Your Boyfriend episode, or your ex episode, which I just think is stupid. In real life, this wouldn't happen. Who introduces the guy that they're potentially, not even your new boyfriend, but the guy that you're thinking about potentially dating to your ex? There's a reason why that person is an ex, okay? So, honestly, I just don't understand the purpose in this other than to create drama. The only exception is for the people who have children with these guys. Like in the situation where Cynthia, she bought the father of her children. That's the only real exception to this. Now, Jeffrey immediately lets Tommy know, listen, this isn't an option for me. My exes are basically the fathers to my children, and I'm not bringing them on the show. The father to my last child, as soon as I popped up pregnant, they disappeared. They have no relationship with their child. They have no relationship with me. The father of my other two children, we ran a relationship for 12 years, and I'm not comfortable bringing them on the show. And anybody that I dated in between it wasn't deep enough for me to bring them. And so Tommy was like, okay, well, I hear you. You know, and if you really truly feel like there's nobody you could bring on the show to represent, then you need to the people that are your tops, sit them down and explain that to them and let them know what the situation is. So, I mean, I'm Jeffrey in this situation. On one hand, I understand exactly where Jeffrey is coming from because, like I said, I think it's stupid. But on the other hand, girl, you watch this show, you know what it is. Like, you knew that if you made it this far in the process, that was a requirement. But, again, I get it because I think it's stupid. But let's go on and get into it, child. Let's get into it. As my girl Misha says, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. So, let me get to my notes, child. Let me get to my notes. So, the first couple we run into, we have Morgan, who brings Lyndon and Tony. Now, her ex-boyfriend starts talking about, basically, he lets them know that she crazy. He basically lets them know that she crazy. He said, I came home one night and she starts rubbing in my head. And they were like, what you mean by crazy? And so he tells them this story about how she's rubbing. She says something about what I tell you about using shampoo. What I tell you about using shampoo. And she starts rubbing something into his hair. He said he half asleep. He don't understand what's going on. He wakes up the next morning, all his hair's falling out. Child, she done rubbed the nair into this man's hair. And so she proceeds to tell this story about how he lied to her, how he was cheating on her, how he was out basically doing his own thing. And the guy admitted that he could have been a better communicator. Now, I don't think he really admitted to cheating on her. But even if he did cheat on her, girl, what? First of all, Tony don't even have no hair to spare for you to be rubbing nair all on his scalp. And Lyndon got that real cute dude he got going on. Lyndon was like, I feel like as soon as that story was told, Lyndon was like, And Tony was like, well, if you were a better communicator, but then I feel like that immediately had him side-eyeing Miss Morgan. Because I feel like he thinking like I'm thinking, listen, okay, with him it was the nair. With me, what is it going to be? Because I feel like you're the kind of person that you will cater your quote-unquote punishment to what you think we're going to miss the most, okay? Because she even said later on when she was in the ladies' lounge, yeah, because he had real nice hair. He really loved his hair. Oh, so you're going to find the thing that I love the most. You're going to come at me and attack me with the thing I love the most. Tony was giving a side eye. His whole attitude changed. I said, what, Miss Morgan? I've been telling y'all something with Morgan ain't right. I've been telling y'all something with her ain't right now. Then we have, I already said that about Jeffrey. Okay. Then we have Cynthia. She bought Andre and Anthony. And like I said, she bought the father of her children. Now, on one hand, I can respect that he was like, listen, I just can't have just anybody around her. They'll be around my kids. I need to make sure that these people are cool. But I feel like you kept asking Andre the same question because you wanted a different answer than what he gave you. And he gave you the answers. You were like, well, how do I know that it's real? How do I know you're going to be faithful? How do I know that you're going to treat her right? And Andre was giving you good answers. And then finally, Andre was like, listen. He was like, well, why you don't have no children? You 39 without no kids. And Andre was like, well, I made some bad decisions with women in the past. Like, I don't know what else you wanted him to say. He don't have children because he don't have children. Now, maybe in the past he got women pregnant and the pregnancy didn't make it to birth. I don't know. But at 39, he don't have children. That doesn't make him weird. That doesn't make him crazy. Hell, I don't have any kids. I'm older than 39. That doesn't make me crazy or weird. And I feel like he kept asking over and over again like the answer was going to change. Then he was questioning about, what else did he ask the man about? About how many serious relationships have you been in? And again, Andre was like, about 4 or 5. He's like, about 4 or 5? Well, why not? What about the flings? He was like, you want to know how many flings I've had? Yeah, I want to know how many flings you had. And he was real aggressive with it. And Andre was, at a certain point, Andre was like, look, bruh. And basically I feel like what Andre was saying was I focused on my career, and as a result I've become very successful, and now I'm ready to settle down. But it kept coming out. It did come out like Andre was bragging, like I was in Forbes. But let's be clear, he didn't start with that. That is not how he led. He did not lead with, well, I was in Forbes magazine. He led with, well, you know, I made some mistakes in the past. Well, you know, I was kind of out there doing my thing. Well, I wasn't really ready to settle down. Like, he led with all the other stuff, and you kept pushing and pushing. So finally, Andre was like, well, you know, look, bro, I got a lot to lose. I've been in Forbes magazine, and I've done this. I'm very successful. Now, I couldn't, I was going to say something else, and I'm going to stop. I'm not going to say that. But I'm just like, I'm with Andre. At what point, what more you want this man to say? So finally, Andre was like, yo, I'm out. He was like, I'm out. He stood up. He said goodbye. He didn't even give Cynthia no hug or no kiss. He was like, I'm out of here. And I feel like he walked away before it continued to evolve and turned into something nastier than what it was. Now, in the meantime, Anthony then showed up. And dude kind of turned to Anthony. Now, Anthony, I felt like, was giving some good answers, right? And the dude was like, what if your daughter asks you for 10 things? What you gonna do? Anthony was like, huh? I mean... First of all, I felt like his answer was stupid. Well, I'm going to give her the 10 things. And then for your son, I'm going to see what 10 things we can do that's comparable. What? That don't even make no sense. You're just going to give him 10, you're just going to give him stuff. But I feel like what he was trying to say was, are you going to treat my children as equally as you treat your children? And I feel like Anthony put up with as much as he could put up with, and then Anthony was like, yeah, I'm out. He was like, oh, you running too? You running too? Anthony was like, bro, I just got somewhere else to go. He said, I tell you what, I'm not running. And you're right. You don't know enough about me, but this is our first meeting. I wouldn't expect you to. If you felt like you knew everything you needed to know about me, then I would kind of be giving you a side eye, like, you don't know me like you think you know me. He said, get my phone number from Cynthia. Give me a call. We can meet up again. We can talk some more. You let me know. He said, because I'm not going anywhere. And I said, I know that's right, Anthony. I was here for it, okay? I was here for it. So then we have Jeffrey. She sat down with Blue and Mark Anthony and basically explained the whole, situation. What was that, Jeffrey? I hope I got it right. Basically explained the whole situation about the father and all that good stuff. Honestly, I don't really think Mark Anthony is all that. I don't know, child. Mark Anthony need to go. I'm not feeling. I liked him in the beginning. I'm not really feeling him now. I'm not really feeling him too much. But Blue felt like it was a red. That was a red flag. I don't think that's a red flag that you can't find an ex to sit down with somebody you potentially get ready to date. Because like I said, you can't talk to none of my exes. And I'm cool with my exes. Like, I'm not on bad terms with any of my exes that I know of. But you can't. Why would I break? What is the purpose? I don't need. What? They can't tell you anything about me because they couldn't hold on to me. Anyway. So then we have Mercedes with Anthony and Mark Anthony. Her ex, He ended up liking Anthony. He wasn't really feeling Mark Anthony too much. He felt like Mark Anthony wasn't really giving the right answers, wasn't really giving off the right vibe, but he did like Anthony. So that's the second one that liked Anthony. So then we had Sue-Ann with Blake and Anthony. I didn't realize Anthony was so many people's tops, but okay, here we are. And again, Sue-Ann's ex really was feeling Anthony, not really feeling Blake. Surprise, surprise. The dates for me were just kind of uneventful. Like, I don't feel like a whole lot was child. I don't really, to me, after that situation with Cynthia, her ex, I don't know where else we can go from there, child. Then we have Marcia going out with Blue and Tony. Again, Marcia, it's time for Marcia to go home. She said she see Blue, basically friend zone with Blue. And Tony, I feel like Tony is her consolation and he's her consolation. But after Morgan, I don't know, Tony might be giving her a bigger reconsideration. I guess we'll see next week when it's a men's elimination how Tony really feeling about Miss Morgan. But I do feel like he was rethinking some things after that Nair incident. So we go into the ladies' lounge, and at this point, it's kind of hard to get a gauge on people's tops and people's bottoms, because at this point, you only going to name the people that you don't have a connection with, not for really any good reason other than you haven't connected with them. So it's really going to come to who has the least amount of connections, I guess. Of course, Blake's name came up, and Morgan talking about something. Well, I haven't had a chance to really connect with him. She said, I haven't had a chance to really talk with him. I just don't like him. I just don't think he's a good person. Girl, Anthony's name came up, but it was funny because so many people's exes liked Anthony. Blue's name came up. And somebody else, I feel like name came up. But at this point, they talk about everybody. It's only 6 people left, 6 to 7 people left. So at this point, everybody gets a conversation. So the people at the bottom were Blake and Blue. Listen, Blake gotta be a cat, cause he got 9 lives. This man been in the bottom more times than anybody else this season and last season. Okay. But he's still ready to love because Suzanne gonna keep vouching for him until he pisses her off. I guess he gonna be there. And Blue got sent home, which I'm not surprised. Blue wasn't really getting no screen time. Blue and Marcia are the 2 people that I just keep forgetting they're there. Actually, I forgot about Mercedes too. I had to be like, I had to wait for her name to pop up on the screen because I forgot about her too. But I'm really not surprised. And honestly, I don't really feel like Blue was all that pressed about this process. I think maybe in the beginning he was gung-ho, but I feel like he sort of fell out of interest about halfway through. I don't really feel like he was putting the same level of effort in. Oh, I forgot. We did see a date between Andre and Jeffrey. He had her over to his apartment. He said he felt bad because, she couldn't bring her ex and he been wanting some one-on-one time with her. So, he got the one-on-one time. But I was like, but you weren't even in her top. You weren't. If I don't remember correctly, maybe I wrote the wrong name down. If I wrote the wrong name down, y'all correct me. But I don't even remember her calling him. Maybe she did. Maybe he... Hold on, let me rewind. Maybe she did. Because he was like, yeah, I want to take her out on a date because... Yeah. So maybe he did. I don't know. It don't even matter anymore. No, he didn't. She didn't. Audrey, you weren't even there, bro. But whatever, they had a date, child, and it looked like it was what it was. The date was dating. I don't know. I guess it was just doing what it was doing, child. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.